Imagine you are standing on a lonely, windswept isle home to a lighthouse and its keepers vanished without a trace. Welcome to the Flannan Isles. Situated off the west coast of Scotland, the Flannan Isles have been a beacon of light for mariners since the dawn of the 20th century. At its heart, a lighthouse, an indispensable guide for vessels navigating the treacherous North Atlantic seas. In the year 1900, this lighthouse was under the care of three steadfast men: Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur. Marshall, the youngest, was a hardy soul, unbroken by the harsh conditions of his posting. Ducat, the principal keeper, was a seasoned veteran, respected by his peers for his unwavering commitment to duty. MacArthur, the occasional keeper, was a robust character known for his strength and resilience. These men, each with their unique strengths, were tasked with a critical mission to keep the lighthouse flame burning no matter what. Little did they know that their routine duties would soon be shrouded in an enigma, a mystery that persists to this day. On the fateful day of December 26th, the Hesperus, a ship scheduled to deliver supplies to the lighthouse, arrived to an eerie silence. The customary flag was notably absent from its pole, and no light shone from the lighthouse tower. The captain, growing increasingly uneasy, sounded his horn and sent up a flare, desperately trying to establish contact, but there was no response, only the echo of silence. The ship's crew, venturing onto the isle, discovered an unsettling scene. The lighthouse door was unlocked, and inside a meal sat uneaten on the table, as if abandoned mid-bite. The beds were unmade, suggesting the keepers had risen, but the clocks had stopped, their hands frozen in time. The lighthouse log, meticulously kept by the keepers, was missing several recent entries, an uncharacteristic lapse in their otherwise diligent record-keeping. The lighthouse, which had been the keepers' sole domain, now stood empty. The only sounds were the whispering winds and crashing waves, nature's orchestra playing a grim symphony to the desolate scene. The keepers' personal belongings were still there, left untouched. It was as if the men had simply vanished, swallowed up by the sea or spirited away by some unseen force. The island held its secrets close. The only witnesses, the gulls and the sea, were silent. The keepers had vanished, but the question remained: where had they gone? The official investigation was as baffled as the men who first discovered the empty lighthouse. The authorities initially focused on the idea of a storm, suggesting that the keepers may have been swept out to sea. However, this theory was quickly discarded when the logbook entries revealed that the weather had been calm. The investigation then turned to the possibility of an accident. Perhaps one of the keepers had fallen into the sea and the others had perished trying to save him. But this seemed unlikely too. The experienced lighthouse keepers were well versed in the dangers of the sea and unlikely to take such risks. As time passed, the theories became more imaginative. Some suggested that a foreign ship had abducted the keepers, while others pointed to a quarrel that had gotten out of hand. The most outlandish theories even proposed supernatural forces at play, with tales of ghost ships and alien abductions capturing public imagination. The investigation, however, could not corroborate any of these theories. The logbook entries, the untouched meals, the closed outer door, these clues only deepened the mystery. The official report ultimately concluded that the keepers had disappeared due to circumstances unknown, a phrase that only fueled further speculation. Over a century later, the fate of the Flannan Isles Lighthouse Keepers continues to perplex us. From natural disasters to human error, from foul play to the supernatural, every theory seems plausible, yet none provides a conclusive answer. Despite all the theories, the fate of the keepers remains an unsolved enigma. More than a century later, the mystery of the Flannan Isles Lighthouse Keepers continues to intrigue experts and enthusiasts alike. Modern historians have revisited this enigma, armed with fresh perspectives and the advancements of science and technology. Some propose that the keepers met their end due to a rogue wave, an idea supported by recent studies on freak waves in the North Atlantic. Others suggest a more psychological turn, considering the effects of isolation and the extreme weather conditions on the keepers' mental state. In the age of satellites and digital communication, the concept of three men vanishing from a lighthouse seems impossible. Yet in the early 20th century, the vast ocean was a different beast altogether. Unpredictable and often merciless, it held and still holds many secrets in its depths. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse stands as a silent witness to a mystery that continues to baffle the world. The story of the lost expedition is a reminder that in the vast expanse of the sea there are secrets that might never be revealed.